75% of adults in this world experiencing the symptoms of stress. 1 in every 4 workers globally, they experience burnout. You need to believe that the danger from these wireless devices are real. Our mobile phones, what we are using, are dangerous. Amesqua developed the frequency-based product that can help protect your body from mobile phone radiation, from EMFs, from stress. That product is nothing but Amesqua Pendant 4. Even though modern medicine has evolved tremendously, but why today? Why today? The statistics are showing that almost 75% of adults in this world experiencing the symptoms of stress. Stress basically means people don't have enough energy, they feel tired, lethargic, they have headaches, sleeping issues, and lots of problems with their energy. Do you all agree with me? That means there are days in your life, okay, I'm talking to all of you, those who are right now raise their hand, a few minutes back, that you are interested to improve your quality of life, right? But ask yourself, are you going through stress in your life at some point or the other? Definitely the answer will be yes. This stress is actually part and parcel of life today, especially in this modern era where the survival is actually depends on how fast or how hardworking you are. 1 in every 4 workers globally, they experience burnout. Burnout is a legally accepted term right now. Burnout basically refers to people who are totally lost energy or enthusiasm. You understand enthusiasm? Enthusiasm means you love to do what you're doing. Passion, or all of these words, passion, enthusiasm, is all referring to your likingness to do what you're doing right now. That particular thing, if it is lost, that means you don't feel like going to work. Or if you don't feel like doing what you are supposed to do or what you're doing right now, you don't have enthusiasm. That is nothing but you're burning out. You're actually no fuel in your car. What is the main reason why we fall sick? Did you know that when we fall sick with a disease, with symptoms, with some kind of a problem where you have a suffering in your body, that means dis-ease means you're not in ease. What is ease? I'm okay. I'm absolutely fine. Ease. But you are right now dis-ease. That means you're not at ease. You're not in a good shape or good status of your mind. That is called dis-ease. This disease is where you have full-blown symptoms, and that stage is already stage 4. That stage where you are actually suffering from symptom is already stage 4. That means you had 3 stages before where the disease progressed from stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3, and it reached to stage 4. And at stage 4, you have right now disease bothering you. So what you do when you have a disease, when you have a problem or symptom, example, you take diabetes. A person underwent blood tests and went to doctor looked at his blood report and said, oh, you have high blood sugar and you have this frequent urination problem, you have this low energy problem, you are having all of these symptoms. So you are right now officially a diabetic person. Is it happening a lot nowadays? In our families, our parents, our grandparents are already diagnosed with diabetes. Maybe some of you in this call are also in pre-diabetic condition. We are not sure. Unless you test it, you don't know. But later, when it actually full blown, that is stage 4, where your symptoms are evident. So what option you have when the symptoms are full blown? Modern medicine. This is where Western drugs. That means you need to take these medications that are manufactured by pharmacy or pharmaceutical companies for lifelong, right? That is what doctors tell you. If you're a diabetic, you have to take the medication for lifelong. Now, that disease, which actually right now at stage 4, how it evolved? What was stage 1? What was stage 2? What was stage 3? And what is right now at stage 4? If you understand a little bit, I know that you're all not doctors, you're all not a science background people, but at least try to understand that there are 4 stages of anybody falling sick. Stage 1, in a simple language, we are made of cells. And when you go to one cell, that means you go to tiniest part of our body, which is cell. Inside the cell, there is a nucleus. Inside nucleus, DNA. This DNA emits a weak light that is called biophoton. Because it is coming out of living cells, we call biophoton. This biophotonic emission from our organs or from our body is like light coming out of our body. That is called biophoton. In a healthy person or a healthy system, it is very uniform. But when you fall sick, when there is a problem that starts in your system or organ, in the case of diabetes, it is actually pancreas. So the pancreatic biophotonic emission, that means light coming out of pancreas organ, is supposed to be very uniform emission. That means the light which is coming out supposed to be very uniform or symmetric. But right now at the stage 1, which is first stage of you getting unwell, it becomes distorted. It becomes incoherent. But the problem is, how can you see with your naked eye? Your pancreas is not emitting enough biophotons or not proper biophotonic emission. It is not possible for us to look at with your eyes, right? With naked eye, you cannot see this light. That's why it's ultra weak, what we say. So this biophotonic emission getting disturbed, we cannot identify. That's why you ignore it. Then it goes to second stage. The second stage is where it affects very, very important protective layer of our body, our protective mechanism of our body called biofield. Understand biofield as an extension from our physical body. That means you are looking at our physical body right now. I'm touching my body. It is the physical body that can feel, I can sense, I can touch, but there is an extension of energy that is coming out of our body like an umbrella surrounding our body. That means there is an energy extension from our body like an umbrella surrounding every contour of our body, like an energy explosion coming out of our body. And this energy travels to certain feet. It can be centimeters, it can be up to feet. It depends on how well you are, how healthy you are. If it is compromised, you fall sick very fast. If your biofield is weaker, you will fall sick very fast. If this biofield is weaker for the pancreas, that is where stage 2 happens. First, biophotonic emission is disturbed. Now, second stage is where your pancreatic energy field get compromised. Only then the cellular mechanisms are inside your cells. There are biochemical changes are happening. That means right now, your hormones can change, your enzymes can go up and down, your blood count can show varying cell counts, your liver start to show some kind of a issue and all this stuff. So that means stage 3, you can go to a laboratory and give your blood, urine, all of these kind of markers, and your lab tests can show that there is a problem. But in stage 1 and stage 2, your cells or the biochemical changes are still not happening. That's why you're not able to detect in a laboratory test. And finally, if you don't take any action while it is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, then it goes into stage 4, where it becomes a full-blown disease. So when you are diagnosed with diabetes by your doctor, it happened. That means the unwell, the first word of damage would have been like 10 years back or 5 years back. That means you had opportunity to prevent it in the last 5 years. You had opportunity to delay it in the last 5 years, but we ignored and it prolonged into the next stage. It's actually, escalated to next stage. Now it is into a full-blown state. And that's the reason why in my slide, just look at the slide. Stage 4 is addressed by Western drugs. Stage 3 is addressed by herbal therapy or nutrition, supplements, all of those kind of stuff. They address our cellular biochemical reactions. Okay. Like in the case of thyroid problem, you take thyroxine, right? There is nothing but a supplementation of what is missing in our body. But stage 1 and 2 are addressed by quantum medicine and energy medicine. I give a small try today to explain to you what is energy, what is quantum medicine. I try my level best so that you will understand, because these things are already there from the time of evolution, from the time of our existence. Even before human beings are brought into this world, all these things were there naturally. Remember this? Naturally, they were present. The only thing is right now we are discovering the benefits of quantum medicine and energy medicine. If you are ready, let us dive into how we can utilize or harness the stage 1 and stage 2, the solutions, quantum medicine and energy medicine, to prevent the progression of disease in our life. Can that adds value to your life? Prevention, do you think is better than cure? If you believe that prevention, delaying the disease or stopping the progression of disease, if you like it, you are in the right place. And I'm going to introduce to the brand which harnessed these medicine areas or alternative medicine areas effectively by using natural elements. These natural elements, after the video, we will talk about it. But before that, the first product that ever launched under the brand of Amesqua was Amesqua Biodisc. It was the first version in 2006. And then the next following year, 2007, we have launched a pendant that directly helps with our brain, and that is called Chi Pendant, Amesqua Chi Pendant in 2007. So 2006 was the beginning of the journey of Amesqua. So today we have completed 16 years. In the month of August, we completed 16 years with this brand. And imagine any brand that completes even 3 years in the market is already proven its efficacy, isn't it? If any brand exists in the market for 3 to 5 years, it's already proven its belongingness. And today we are 16 years. That speaks volume about how these products can add value to our life. So then we have got the latest versions in these two amazing products. One is BioDisc, third version, which is the latest version, which launched in 2018. And then in 2021, we have launched Chi Pendant 4 version. Like how today we have iPhone 15 launched, right? Similarly, in the versions of BioDisc and Chi Pendant, BioDisc has third version already running from 2018 onwards. Then Chi Pendant has the fourth version currently running. Now let's talk about the power of elements. I spoke about how we are going to harness the natural elements. The 3 elements that we are going to harness in this particular session, I'm going to touch these 3. One is water, air, and light. These 3 elements are part and parcel of our life. Without water, nobody can survive, right? Without our environment, we are not able to survive. Without light, there is no life. The first concept that I'm going to start is about the environment. Our environment consists of, what is the environment actually means? The environment right now where I am sitting, it is a room with air and also a lot of gadgets. The gadgets that I'm using right now is a laptop screen. There is a camera in front of me. There are laptops. So there are a lot of electromagnetic field. This also contribute to the environment. Environment means the space that I am right now living. It has got an impact on my biofield. So if you don't understand the impact of frequency, I'm going to play this video. This video will explain to you everything about how frequency can change the way you think, the way you structure, the way you are. So basically in this video, I try to demonstrate that there is effect on living organisms or on a particular salt or anything when there is vibration given to you. Now, let me ask you this very straightforward question. When you take a medication, when I say medication, a tablet or an injection or any current modern medicine, solutions like big pharma, all these pharmaceutical drugs that are prepared for all of us, right? When you take that, what it does, it goes into your body, it goes into your stomach, and there is active compound in the tablet and there is inactive compound in the tablet. The active compound is only 20%. The inactive compound is 80% in the tablet. So the 20% goes to the area where it's supposed to work, and there are receptors waiting for this particular active drug to activate the receptor. And rest of the 80% is unwanted waste products, which are preservatives. Those are literally burden for our liver and kidney, and that's where a lot of side effects will happen. That means it will create a lot of load on our kidneys and liver to remove from our body. But actual function of the tablet that you have taken is the active drug activating the receptor. The active drug activating the receptor. But the same thing, activating the receptor, can be done by a specific frequency, like how you saw in this video just now you have seen, right? There is a specific frequency that is activating the receptor. You can achieve the same result by giving a specific frequency, by also giving energized water to your body, by also giving a light ray, infrared light, or a specific light therapy. You can achieve the same result. Which one you prefer? You want side effects with all of these medications, or would you be interested with the natural solutions that I just offered to you? When we actually tested effect on our body by using mobile phone, 30 minutes, you will see that our biofield is totally distorted after using 30 minutes of wireless radiation. This wireless radiation can be from mobile phones, also can be from Wi-Fi routers, and also from all these electronic gadgets today that you are using. So literally, danger is real. If you look at the studies conducted by Environmental Health Trust, using mobile phones in the kids have proven very dangerous, because kids' brain has got highest amount of water and their brain circumference is smaller, and 70% of the brain absorbs the radiation when they are on the call for 20 minutes. Adults, 30% of the brain gets heated up with every single call. And these technological devices today, which are wireless devices, you cannot avoid. It's not possible for us to avoid all these devices, isn't it? We have to live with these devices today. So the billion-dollar question is how to protect ourselves, or how to live energized in this wireless world. This is where the solution from Amesqua comes. This is the solution where we are using our environment as the solution. The answer is already in the environment that we are living in today, and we are harnessing our environment frequencies into a pendant. Before I come into our product, let me also give you what are the self-care strategies that you can adopt in order to protect ourselves from these electromagnetic radiation. Number one, you need to agree, or you need to believe that the danger from these wireless devices are real. You have to know that today our mobile phones, what we are using, are dangerous. How do you know? How do you believe it? You have to test it. You have to measure it. And how to measure it? There are devices today that can measure how much radiation coming out of your devices. That will help you to believe that it is true. Today, our mobile phones radiations are very, very bad. And once you know that it is dangerous, obviously, it gives us opportunity to avoid the mobile phone radiation or minimize it. You cannot stop it completely, because without phone, today, we can't even function, right? Our businesses even won't work. So one of the advantage is, by knowing it, you can minimize, you can protect yourself. You can probably take measures to control the exposure. And also there are other two strategies, which is practice earthing and use scientifically validated protective measuring devices. So number one, you need to know that mobile phone radiation is real. And how do you know? You need to measure it. And how to measure it? You have devices that can help you measure it. So I have the device, what you're looking at right now on the screen. There are two types. The one which is on the right hand side, it is under production. It is not yet out. But the one which is on your left hand side, which is written electrosmog meter by Cornet company. It's in my hand as well. I'm actually right now going to test in front of you using this device and see whether you will realize how dangerous the mobile phone radiation is. So right now I have the device, and this device I'm turning on. Okay, Suhail, let me use you as like validator. What is the number that you're looking at right now on the screen? It is somewhere between 0 point something to
0.56.
Yeah, it
like
is
that.
oscillating because our environment has the waves which are continuously oscillating between. It is not like standard, like it doesn't stop at one place. It is actually called pulse. Pulse means always it varies. So this device has a measurement scale at the back. So let me try and see if you are able to read it. If you are not able to read it, no problem. What I will do is the screen has the next slide which shows which one is which bandwidth. You look at the milliwatts per square meter. The green bandwidth ends at 0.18. The yellow one ends at 5.8. Yellow means caution. You have to be careful if it crosses more than 5.8. And the red band starts at 18 milliwatts. That means if your device is emitting 18 and above, is already dangerous. That means it's actually you should stop using it. 5.8 is already caution. You should not use it for longer period of times in a day. Just remember 5.8, okay? That is maximum limit. It should not cross beyond 5.8. So right now the background radiation or background power density that is coming out in my environment is around 1.7, 1.6, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to take my phone because I'm not in front of you, all of you. This phone has an antenna here, and I try to bring the phone closer, and you see the moment it goes to red, it oscillates because my phone is closer to the antenna, it goes to the red. When you call, actually it jumps to even very, very high. So the antenna is here and it goes to 35. So on the screen, you see that my phone highest maximum went 89. So the phone that I put it next to my ear is 89 milliwatts per square meter. But the allowed range is only 5.8. Can you understand the difference? It is almost 10 times higher radiation coming out of the device. Ideally, when you know that it is dangerous, what we should do? We should throw this phone away. But how many of you can do that? Definitely no, right? Because without this, our day-to-day business won't work. When you know that there is radiation, when you measure it through the device, now you know the danger. So what options you have in your hand in order to control it or in order to minimize it? So you can keep distance of your body from the device. Like when you are actually not using the device, keep it away from your body. When you keep away from your body, it is not affecting your body that much. And when you are actually carrying the phone, never put the phone in your pocket, like lower pocket, very close to your reproductive organs. The radiation can damage, or it can be responsible for a lot of issues with reproduction. Basically, the count going down, impotency, and all these stuff are linked to this kind of mobile phone radiation exposure. The second one, when you're not using internet, use airplane mode, and always try to use wired connections. Wired connections are basically using wired headphones instead of the Bluetooth devices. Usually you put AirPods. When we measure AirPods with this device, we also see that radiation is very high. And AirPods continuously disconnect your phone and the radiation directly goes into your AirPods. And you keep the AirPods for a prolonged period of time. That you actually keep the AirPods for a longer period of time, right? So that is even dangerous. Considering taking the call from your mobile phone only when the mobile phone rings compared to your having AirPods all the time. That means maybe you're keeping it for 4 to 6 hours, maybe 10 hours, depends on how long you're putting it here. The radiation is continuously bombarding your brain. And the last one, turn off Wi-Fi at nights. And the other ways that you can protect yourself is practice earthing or grounding. Basically, what it means, simple language, remove your shoe, barefoot, you need to spend some time or walk or touch yourself to the Mother Earth. But you cannot do it when you're on a high-rise building. And don't just think that the grass on your floor is actually connected to earth. It is not connected. When there is a concrete or cement based layer, it is not connecting to the earth. It has to be soil. It has to be grass. It has to be earth, directly earth, not a concrete or tar-made layer. It doesn't actually help the exchange of frequencies or energies between you and earth. So grounding basically means you need to get rid of your shoes and then enter into a garden or just outside of your home and make sure that there is direct touch of your soles, of your feet to the earth. Even if it is muddy, no problem. Just stay there and feel that there are roots growing from your feet into the earth. Just imagine, okay? And stay there for a few minutes. This will help to remove a lot of static electricity. When your laptop is connected to charging, that means if your laptop is already charging by the electricity and you're typing your computer or laptop, your body also getting the electricity as if you're putting your finger into the socket. It will give you a shock. But here, a mild electricity is entering into your body because you're touching to the connected charger to your laptop. Similarly, when the phone is charging, when the phone is connected to charging, if you're holding it, your entire body has voltage. You can measure the voltage when you're by a tester. If you touch your head, it will be the sound will come on your body when you're holding your phone connected to charger. That clearly shows that you are holding, because your body is water, you're holding the electricity in your body. That's why today a lot of people experience sudden burst of discharge of electricity when they touch lift buttons, when they touch iron, when they touch some kind of a trolley at the mall, some kind of at the lift area. Also, when you touch a metal, immediately there is electric shock outburst, like a release of electricity from your body, and that is called static electricity release. This release is because your body is holding that static electricity, which is coming from various resources, various places of your work when you're holding these devices. So by doing earthing, you can get rid of it. These are all the general suggestions how to protect yourself. Now coming to scientifically validated products, and Amesqua developed the frequency-based product that can help protect your body from mobile phone radiation, from EMFs, from stress. That product is nothing but Amesqua Chi Pendant 4. The pendant which I'm wearing right now in my neck, and this product is loved by thousands and thousands of people all over the world. And today we have the 4th generation of the device of this product, which is Chi Pendant 4. It is proven to protect us from mobile phone radiation, from all kinds of electromagnetic fields, and it works on the principles of art, Amesqua resonance technology. It works 30 years. The beauty of the product is the long-lasting mechanism. It can work for next 30 years, and anybody can wear this product about 3 years of age. That means your kids 3 to 12 years of age also can use this product when they are in front of the computers, when they're studying, when they need concentration, when they need focus, or when they are playing some kind of a games or sports. But you should not use it during the water games or when they go into swimming. This is the product features where it can be used by anybody about 3 years of age up to a person, any elderly age, no issues. What is inside this pendant? Inside the pendant, there are 3 technologies. Number 1, there is a chip, a plate, a copper-based plate that is energized in America using special process whereby that plate emits natural frequencies. Now, natural frequencies are something which are found in nature, but today we are surrounded by man-made frequencies. If you want to understand what is the effect of man-made frequencies, let me ask you this question. How do you feel or how do you respond when there is a construction happening next to your home, with proclaners working, with drilling happening, with so many heavy machinery is working next to your home, and listening to those kind of heavy machinery noises? Do you feel comfortable or do you feel irritated? Many of you say irritated, right? Then if you are stuck in a traffic jam and all these vehicles are honking, listening to those noises, also you feel irritated, headache, loud music. Today, all these electromagnetic devices like our mobile phones, they are emitting huge amount of electronic binging. That means the noise you cannot hear, but it is affecting your brain, affecting our body. And these man-made frequencies are very dangerous. Let me give you an example. You feel irritated when these kind of sounds are given to your body. But what if you take a nice holiday at the beach resort. You come to Malaysia, there are so many beautiful islands. You go to Langkawi or you go to Penang, and there is a beautiful ocean side, like totally island, and you are sitting on a recliner chair and you are listening to the sounds made by the tides in the ocean. You are listening to the air making noise, the wind making noise. You're listening to the birds chirping in nature. How do you feel now? These are natural frequencies, not man-made, right? Our brain has intelligence to identify which are natural frequencies and enhance its performance. When you are in a hill station or when you are in a beautiful resort, which is in nature, you rejuvenate, you relax, you recharge your body. But when you are in a concrete jungle like a city, when you are actually in a metro city, you are bombarded with all these kinds of man-made frequencies. So what we have done, we put in this cheap pendant a plate which is in a vibration mode for next 30 years, emits natural frequencies which work with our brain. Our brain already have intelligence. So your brain receives natural frequencies and it feeds on. It takes those frequencies and help our body to perform much better. Are the other features other than the plate? There is flower of life design, which denotes connectedness or infinite connection. We are all human beings are one, connectedness. That is the message from this flower of life that brings positivity. And octagon, perfect octagon, represents strength, resilience. It represents stamina, endurance. These are the three features that you see in our chi pendant 4. The technology represents a concept in physics called resonance. I'm going to play this video, what you see on the screen. So when 512 hertz frequency tuning fork was vibrated, that means when it was activated, what happened? It never able to resonate, the one which is in stationary mode. 441 is in the stationary mode, right? It is not in contact. It is not in touch. So let me play the video now. Tried 2 times vibrating, but it is not affecting the 440 hertz. But when you take the 440 hertz, okay, here the beauty of it. The second one is not in contact. It is not touching, but it can pick up the resonance. It can pick up the same resonance. It can pick up the frequency of 440 hertz from anywhere if it is given, and it can start working. That means if I am giving the frequency at which our brain requires certain processes like concentration, focus, and your brain requires, say example, 5 hertz is the frequency of alpha, where you can concentrate a lot or you can relax a lot. Now I am able to give that frequency from my pendant. From any source, my brain will pick up that as a resonance, like how it is happening in this video. But it can vibrate. So this is a beauty video of our chi pendant. Basically, what it does, it boosts our body's ability So the benefits of wearing chi pendant 4 is actually it increases your energy levels, it boosts your biofield. It also helps the people who are traveling a lot with jet lag. That means many of us will feel jet lag when you're traveling by aeroplanes for a longer period of time. You can actually feel that you're not getting the effect or the tiredness because of jet lag when you're wearing the chi pendant during your travel. It also boosts your immune system, because in our body, the immune system is basically how active your blood cells are actually, like moving. I will show later when we tested a person using mobile phone and without cheek pendant, his blood cells are sticking to each other. Whereas after wearing the cheek pendant for 1 hour only, your blood cells are separated. That clearly shows that your movement of blood cells will be very fast, very effective when you use the cheek pendant for a longer period of time, like 1 hour plus. It also boosts your brain wave coherence. Remember, your brain already knows what frequencies it is required, and our cheap pendant 4 is providing those frequencies to our brain to boost its performance. And also it boosts your creativity and positivity in our life. The only area where you're not supposed to use it is while showering and while swimming and while sleeping. When we say sleep, avoid, there is a reason for it, because when you sleep, the pendant can go here, move all the places. The best place for it to function is at your heart. That means your pendant need to be on top of the heart. But if it's moved to the corners or the other side, it is not functional. It doesn't actually give the frequencies to your brain. So there is no point you wearing and sleeping and you're not getting the benefit out of it. So remove during the sleep, remove while swimming, and while showering. Why I am asking you not to wear during the water activities is because water today has chemicals. Water today has chlorine, very, very high chlorine. This chlorine can damage the surface of the cheek pendant. That's the reason why we don't want you to wear it during the shower and swimming activities. When you want to clean it, just use a damp cloth first or a tissue paper, then dry it off with another dry tissue. Okay, that's the easy way to clean the pendant. And what all the places that you can use it? You can use it in various occasions of your day-to-day life.